This past weekend I headed out for a hike and spear trip on the New South Wales Central Coast. The forecast looked perfect for some winter diving. It was a 3-day trip inspired by the wet mammal, and the idea was that there's no food other than what you catch. However, I bent the rules a bit, so on the Friday afternoon I left work and picked up a burrito for dinner along the way, and some bacon and eggs for breakfast the next morning, and some chicken sushi for emergency food should I get too hungry. Plan was to hike out to a dive spot and then spear for a few hours, come back, and then day 3 to dive at camp.
It was a little tricky at some points along the way with the spear on the bag getting in the way, but overall it wasn't too bad. Some pretty nice views along the way as well. After spending the morning hiking, I finally arrived at the spot I'd planned to dive at, so I hopped straight in. There were a few nice looking cracks here, so I decided to have a look and see if I couldn't find any lobsters or abalone. The plan was to get the first fish I saw, so when I saw this black drummer off in the distance, I decided to go back and grab my gun and see if I could track him down. On my way back over, I found this big school of yakka, which got spooked a little bit by the flasher, but it was pretty cool. I saw a black drummer again for the surface, so I took a dive down and saw some bream on the right as well. I thought I almost spooked the drummer when I first pointed the gun at it, but it ended up coming back and having another look at me, so I ended up getting him. After that, I found this fish that I didn't really recognise. I thought it kind of looked like a coral trout, but it had orange spots, so if you know what it is, let me know. I tried throwing the flasher in to see if I could draw in any other fish, but I didn't have much left there. I also found this abalone, but it was a little too small. I started having some issues with my sinuses as well, so I decided to call it a day.
and going down there again. Whew. Update, I bitched out and had my sushi because I was too hungry. Made it back onto the fire trail. I'm out of water now. Almost back though. We're back. Oh. I'm gonna go jump in the water quickly before it gets too cold. Oh. We are cooling off the legs. Oh. I scoured and filleted up the fish and cooked it with a mixture of some flour, pepper, salt and chili flakes, and it was pretty good. Good morning. The next morning I woke up feeling pretty congested due to the sinus squeeze from the day before, so despite the conditions being nearly perfect, I decided to pack up and head home without going for the final dive. There was a fair bit of gear to carry back, and my wetsuit was heavier than normal due to still being wet from the day before, so I was pretty happy to see my car when I finally got there. Yes! Overall, it was a really fun trip, and I came away with a few takeaways for next time. Thanks for watching.